to go back to the origin of Piranha 3D, it's really about an intention, like a desire for me to get back to a feeling of the 80s, of that kind of guilty pleasure movie that was so like insanely cool when I was growing up. Movie where it could be as scary and as fun, whereas like a lot of like nudity and gore, where everything could be put in the same pot and create that amazing, entertaining ride. And I was like working on different projects at the time. I was like writing on something very very similar, and I received that script that Pete Goldfinger and George Stolberg wrote. And reading the script, I had a feeling that it was such exactly what I would like to direct. It was exactly answering the that kind of feeling of making a popcorn fun horror movie. We were like discussing, say, but can you imagine to watch like a real horror movie in 3D? That would be so interesting because when you're making a horror movie, what you're working on is create the best immersion possible for the audience. You try to make something that's not only something that you watch on the screen, but that becomes like an experience. Because fear, suspense, is only about forgetting that you're watching a movie and crossing the mirror, being inside the story with the character, and going through all the nightmares and all the extreme situation they get through. So as a filmmaker, my goal is always to create that best immersion possible, and the 3D tool was obviously the best one, and could not like keep my mind away from imagining a real scary movie in 3D where you cannot escape. Making Piranha was exactly like drawing the blueprint of a theme park attraction, like drawing the blueprint of a roller coaster. It was made to be like the opposite of Avatar, like everything out of the screen, everything flying at you, everything being like in the gimmick angle of the 3D. And just because the story was made for that. It's Spring Break under attack by prehistorical piranha. And that's only, like just justify that feeling. We don't have to hide ourselves and say, oh, we are like too gimmickal, oh, we are too like over the top. No, we are making this over the top experience, and the 3D is only here to make it like unforgettable. The character of Jerry O'Connell like becomes obvious. I need this big human piranha. The danger is not only coming from the fish in the water, they're coming from this guy who's a predator and who's looking for new girl, new fresh innocent girl like Jessica Zor that they can use, like they can pervert and bring on tape and use that in the internet. Who can play this like almost mad scientist kind of character, and of course there's only one, which is like Doc, which is Christopher Lloyd. So me growing up with Back to the Future movie, I was just like not imagining one sec that that would be possible. But once again, like and I will have to thank Bob Weinstein for that. He believed in those choices and he thought it was great, and I was exactly going in the same direction of making a big, pop culture movie. And so I got Christopher Lloyd, and he came for a very, very, very long day that I will describe like a week of shooting in a one day, and he did an amazing performance that are going to please so many people, not only me. I was looking at the video assist on set, and I was like, no way, Doc is in my movie. We turn the whole, Lake Havasu red, like like really like Bible kind of red. I mean, like really everywhere, organic blood with really like blood that can feed the fish. I think the audience is gonna really run for that kind of ultimate ride, that kind of like roller coaster, 3D roller coaster into that spring break frantic craziness that turned into that huge disaster movie when the piranha showed up and attacked everyone, and it's gonna be like a survivor Sodak where you have to find a way to get out of the water, and like you're going to see Piranha, it's not going to be a very serious movie. You're going to have fun. You're going to be scared. And this is that kind of Gremlins for adults kind of movie that I think is very appealing.